goes right there. It does. Jackman goes to this shit. Fucking cruisers, major repairs of the Mahoney.
The Nightmare Before Christmas. Low Police. I parked up near the Four Seasons. Plenty of parking all up on Charles Street, Four Seasons. This is just starting out. Santa Claus just walked by passing out stickers. My phone's getting, the battery's low, but I'll keep doing this for now. It's a nice night for this.
That one there sits over here. I've already asked him before.
Good morning. Welcome to the Dawn Patrol. I'm Bob Hoey, the host today. Next to me, I like to say Cisco, but it's Francisco Maldonado.
Francisco Maldonado.
Yeah, that's right. Next to him, Tom Bomil, another co-host of the show. I paid a lot of attention to local politics this year. I really did. I was hoping Dan Finn got elected, but he lost. And that's fine with me. That's fine with me. That's all I want to say. Please, please, please. So
with two guys are talking, it's okay. See,
right? No, but what I want to say, really, I couldn't believe, and John was right. about Vesna Noon, got a sign everywhere. He said it several times in the past few months. But to me, and I don't know Eric Gitcher like he's my cousin or something, okay? But I couldn't believe anybody beating him, Tom.
Yep.
He does a fantastic job. He's the best we got. And I like to bug him. I bug him all the time. I called him up. I said, what's the big news? I said to him, I think the big news coming up is taxes, property taxes, because I'm retired now. And I think of property taxes because, my mortgage is low, the percentage is low. Where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? If I tried to sell my house, I would be crazy. But it's going to be property taxes.
You're not the only one that thinks.
Yeah, I know that.
Taxes, I am too. I'm on a fixed income. I just recently retired, and you watched that percentage keeps going up, and your retirement funds don't go up. They're fixed. And it's definitely going to go up. You're already at a deficit with the high school, so where do you go after that? I mean, they already promised that our taxes are going to be at least 1.5 on 1.5%. So they're going to shoot for the 2.5, and then you got a governor that's talking about trying to get rid of the 2.5 proposition. That's just, it's crazy talk.
Yeah, it is, and I definitely want to get back to that a little bit.
But Bob, you said
Tom,
you were talking earlier about Eric and
Yeah.
Vesney, and you said you talked to Eric like a week before the election. He was running scared, right?
No, Eric says, I'm going to get beat.
Yeah.
Everything this guy has told me so far has been right on the money. Because I'm going to get beat. I said, there's no way. I couldn't believe he got beat, to be honest with you. Nothing against Vesna.
Yeah.
Vesna's been around a while. I'm not a fan of Vesna. I've never been shy of that, to say that. I'm a fan of Cameron Kays and Dominic Lay. Mm-hmm. Those are my two favorite Cambodian people. Dominic, we don't know what he is, Cambodian or Chinese. I love to say that to Dominic, because I think Dominic's about 60% Chinese, but he can't speak it. He's all Cambodian. But he's a great school committee person. Honest, the heart in that kid is unbelievable.
Do you believe that the reason he lost votes is because he's more active as a counselor and is always putting motions up? And when you do that, you actually create enemies. You don't please everyone when you take a stand that's in the best interest of the city.
You got that right.
And that's the problem. I mean, if you want someone to be a true politician, that they're going to please everybody or not take a stand, or stay the middle and not affect anyone. So now they have no enemies, right? Because they're not doing any good decisions for the city. But if you're you truly care about your city and you make those hard decisions and you fight for those decisions, you're going to create folks that are going to be like, I'm not voting for that guy. He didn't vote for the free drug shooting on stands that they wanted in the city. You know what I mean?
You're right. But staying on Eric Gitcher for a second, he told me, he said, we're gonna be lucky, I said, what do you mean lucky? He goes, I don't know if I could be, I'm hoping, he says, if I stay second at least. But I'm falling, there's no doubt, because I made enemies. And you sure do when you stay as busy as you do, Eric. So thank you for what you did for Lowell. I hope you have an easier next 2 years, but you're a great counselor. You came in second. It blew my mind. I'm sorry. Couldn't believe it.
Well, Bob, except for people like you and I, political, what do you call them, junkies, nobody knows who finished second. Nobody finished. That's the average person.
As long as you get on the team, that's all that matters.
It's a team. And Eric won't change his ways. He'll do the same thing he's been doing for the last 4 years.
You're right. You're right.
And it'll be interesting, so.
But I loved the conversation I had with him. I says, all I could think about is property taxes. Am I going up? He says, well, pretty sure they are. You know what I mean? He just tells you the way it is.
Think too that you grew up and I grew up in the projects. We thought someday we'd be a millionaire and we'd be very successful. Well, if you own a house today, you're a millionaire. So now that we're millionaires, and speaking to the folks that own homes, right? Now you take that million, you have to think 1% of a million is a lot. 2.5%, 5% of a million to come up for annual taxes. That's a lot of money.
They're going up.
And now you're on your, let's say you retired on, 25 years ago at $30,000, which was probably a good retirement pension. How do you come up with, let's say 5% on $1 million? What's that? It's crazy money, right? That's a lot of money. I mean, it's insane.
It is, but I always found it, and you keep saying it to me, how we grew up in our houses. Well, I had 2-3 jobs all the time my whole life. I just didn't know what to do with my money. I was brought up to gamble.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's work. You need more money, get a job.
But gambling is a big thing that comes with poverty. I mean, when you're low income, you're always, I seen it in my own home, and my dad, everyone is out there trying to get that fix, that big pay, and they don't realize that if they just saved a little that they have, they could have those millions and that big payoff. You don't have to give it to the government, They do a really good job here in Massachusetts. That's why they control the government.
Cisco,
Lottery.
every educator that comes in here, I insist they teach the children personal finance in every grade.
Well, now that they're putting a plan together for
And
graduates.
we have to stop saying they. We need to teach the children personal finance in every single grade. I don't care if you're living in Drake, you're living in Tewksbury, I couldn't care less.
John,
Every grade.
John, you've been saying that, and it seems to be going to deaf ears because I don't see anything happening. I mean, you have the school committee person that comes on here a lot. Is she doing it to actively pursue this with the superintendent? I mean, I don't know. John, and I agree with John, but it seems it's going to deaf ears. How hard would it take? What would
I
it
actually
take?
think the better days are ahead, only because we got rid of, a micromanager. One has left, basically moved away. And we still have one on there, but she's a pretty good person, no doubt about it, smart as a whip, Connie Martin. But she's going to get a girl with her, a female, that's going to, I think, do the greatest things we've seen in 30 years, to be honest with you, Tom.
So you're talking
Danielle McFadden
I
is
agree
going to
with you.
mix in with Connie Martin, which will definitely improve this. And I'm not a fan of Connie's. I'm not going to deny it because she happens to work for CTI. That's the only reason. Other than that, I always got along with Connie. We'd argue, and the next day, she'd forget about it, and I'd forget about it. It wasn't a big deal. But Danielle McFadden has excited me, to be honest with you. I can relax a lot. Because she's so open to everybody. So you give her an idea, she might work with it. And she's real good at listening. Something I don't think I'm too good at is listening, But I'm looking forward to the school committee coming up. And I think Daniel McFadden is going to make a change like we haven't seen in 25 years.
Well, let's see if she could be one of the ones that proposed this personal financing being teaching in schools. I mean, it's been talked about on the show for...
If John keeps preaching something, people hear it.
Well,
they hear it. They watch this show. There's no doubt the people that vote, a lot of them watch this show. And that's why people come on here to get elected.
Yeah.
They're probably going to make that part of the requirement for the graduations students from high school. They're working on some new program since they got rid of MCAT.
the governor was babbling about something she was going to do yesterday. Anybody know what her plan is?
No, I didn't hear anything.
There was something on the front page.
I'll go look.
Did you say something she wants to do away with 2.5? Did you talk?
Yeah, they've been talking on about that.
Never
I
gonna
think
happen.
it started with Mayor Wu.
Never
in
gonna happen.
Boston,
Yeah.
and they're pushing it on the governor.
No, never going to happen.
You know, this is why I'm glad you're gonna be on the show, retired sergeant for Lowell Police Department, right? That's where you worked?
Yeah, no,
correct?
Lowell Police Department, 29 years. Out there, last 8 years, I was a street supervisor, so I actually had 15 police officers work for me. Can you imagine that?
Well, that's why one of the biggest subjects that I always talk about is our high school. I always said, you know, we need a cop where the clock is, pacing back and forth. Lucy Larkin Park, we need a cop with a dog, just walking around the canal all day, and put another one down the other end, because when you got a high school that big, 3,200 children roughly, maybe 3,300 people in the same area, and they use 19 different doors, in and out, and it's amazing. I don't think a culprit, I'd like to put it that way, would ever try to attempt to do anything in our high school, because our kids are so super. Really, it's the mixture of children. If you look at Lowell High, about 50% is Hispanic. And when I was on the school committee, Cisco, I used to say it's about 50% Puerto Rican.
I like that.
That's the way I talked.
I mean, I think you bring that back. I think it's just the fact that our kids are street smart. You're not going to get into that high school and do something without one of the kids notice something isn't right, and they're going to speak.
I feel,
Cisco, Mr. Retired Cop over there. Just for the heck of it, park your car, try to get into Lowell High School. Just walk around the building and try to get into Lowell High School. And just write down when you get in there. Because when I did that exercise, I'm not as healthy as I'd like to be, but so I can't do it anymore. But when I did that exercise 4 years ago, the Lowell police showed up at my workplace and said, "Don't ever do that again." When I showed it how easy it was to get into the Rogers School,
Mhm.
city doesn't like that.
No, they don't.
And you're a retired cop, say, you know what? Do a little TV show now. This is an exercise to prove you're not on the top of the ball here, kid. I should not have been able to get in here. So just something to consider, please.
Yeah.
Bobby talked
So
about
listen-
Bobby talked about police presence downtown. I happened to be going through the city last Wednesday. They had the early release, and in that area of the high school, there had to be at least 10 or 12 police officers just patrolling, walking over near some of the restaurants downtown where they hang out. These kids, so they must put a police presence down there when school's dismissed. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's all day.
No, it's strictly
But there had to
for
be 10 or 12.
dismissal.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
mostly traffic on enforcement and directing
Yeah.
for those officers because of the fact that they changed some of the pattern for the
Right.
busing to make the bus go transition out of the high school
Mm-hmm.
quicker.
You know, what I'm hoping for, with you being in addition to our show on Tuesday, is for us to open up the people's eyes about what our high school's all about. You know, you get 3,200 students, and you get 2,200 that are gonna go to all kinds of different colleges and have a great life. But you have about 1,000 of those students that are gonna go nowhere. Right now in this world, they're gonna go nowhere. The ones I see going out the door, and I have a senior down there right now. They do a tremendous job, to me, just keeping it squared away, where we don't see a lot of big issues, because you know, crowd control is an incredible thing. You know, most of the fistfights will happen in front of the administration building, Bon Marché building. Believe it or not, that's where the fistfights start, because they want people to
They
catch.
always did.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, we got to do a little bit more. Believe it or not,
What do you want, a ring for them?
for those for those bottom, we talk about this all the time. This subject's huge. But we talk about how we let them go to the 4th grade and they can't read. Well, what do you think happens by the time they get to their junior year? Right here. Someone caught up to me and said, "Hey, you should join the Army." Whatever, it's a long story. But it's the truth. And now these kids in our schools, they don't have the Army, that option. Can't even get in. The Air Force, forget it. Probably need college credentials to get into the Air Force.
I'm just amazed that, the kids that don't have money all have cell phones. And they just came out with a study saying cell phones are affecting the education of these kids, and it's hurting them. I think you're right. You're going to have some of those kids not make it through that school system, but we can't just give up. We have to work hard and try to make sure we get as many of those kids
Wait a
to
second now.
succeed.
We have a union-led teachers promoting children that shouldn't be promoted. Why are union people being forced to do that? It's kind of like the firefighters being forced to drive a fire truck that's broken. Why are we being forced to promote these children?
I don't know, but I love what you're saying right now, because that's what this show's all about. Bring it to the issue, because that's what maybe policy, something a school committee person does, Dominic Lay, Danielle McFadden. Why are we letting third graders go to the fourth grade and they read it like a first grade level if they're lucky?
I had a conversation.
That's where you got to catch them. Catch them right there. They'll move on a whole lot better. We had a guy named Dr. Kafawi. Let me tell you real quick, because this is a beautiful thing. He got fired from Lowell like a few other superintendents. But he come up with the idea to keep fourth graders back 1 year in 2 schools. The Riley School was one of them, and, oh boy, the other one's on Roger Street, okay? Keep back your fourth graders 1 year, and I thought it was an incredible idea, because he helped those kids mature a little bit, and then when they went to middle school, like to the Sullivan School, they could handle it. And Sullivan School has come a long way compared to my younger days, a long way. Don't forget what happened at that school. A teacher was kicked and killed. So it's middle schools, they're not that easy. They're not that easy. Pre-K to fourth grade in Lowell, and we don't pay for it like they do at the Immaculate. I'm telling you, you get your money's worth in the elementary schools in Lowell.
Like
Once you hit the fifth grade,
I had a teacher
it's a little rough.
tell me a year ago. I was telling about my grandson who was kept back at the Immaculate, and she saw the improvement in him going to he moved on to public schools in Lowell. She said they don't keep kids back here. They just promote them no matter what. It's a shame. I mean, I didn't like it when he wasn't promoted, but it did a world of good for him. I think he just he matured more. So I didn't.
I stayed back in the second grade. I loved it. I loved it.
I think
The second year, I loved it.
I think the best thing you could do is keep that kid back. It builds confidence. One of the things that these kids, you want them to have confidence when they go into high school. If they don't have that confidence, they're just going to retreat from being involved, and they're not going to learn as well.
Tom,
I think it's easier when they're young.
You got 2 to read here, Tom. One's
As terrible as Healy is, Canterville can't deliver Republican governor. The Republican Party in Mass is on support. You can thank Chicken Charlie Baker and Mittens Romney for that.
second one's big.
Mr. McDonough guess portable mortgages has recently been evaluated by the Trump administration as a way to address housing affordability and inventory shortages, but is still under consideration. I was thinking of proposing, if elected, legislation to create mortgage portability options, because states can do this within their individual states. In fact, Maine is one state that has introduced a bill to implement legislation initiative which would allow residents to transfer their existing mortgage interest rate to a new home, subject to lender approval and other conditions, and make it more affordable to move. The thing is, this would only benefit existing homeowners and who want to downsize or relocate for work, for family and health reasons. This would give them a way to move without a higher mortgage payment. It's typically those with mortgage rates of 3% to 4%. It does nothing for the first-time home buyers or renters.
That's from Jeannie Bogus. Thank you,
Is she
Jeannie.
running for something? She said if elected. I didn't know she was running for something. Yeah. So,
No.
yeah, very good point.
And getting back just for a moment about the high school, where it's so many Hispanic kids. 50% of the places, people that speak Spanish. So I'm saying to myself, well, maybe Latin Lyceum, we should get rid of Latin, bring in Spanish, might attract more kids. But the ROTC is a great thing for Spanish. Again, I'll go Puerto Ricans. Over the years, ROTC has done a fabulous job keeping kids in school and moving them on in the right direction. You know the other place, in my opinion?
Tell us.
Not Greater Lowell Technical High School. What they do with all children, but the Spanish persons, Puerto Rican people. There's nobody that I ever seen like the Greater Lowell Technical High School. The discipline and the way they do their job out there is incredible. Timmy Fallon. The guy is really, he's like a Mike Marshall is for the police. The other night when I'm videotaping the parade, I went down with my phone on because I'm doing a live video, and I go right into the cruiser, and his daughter's with him, and he's pulling some type of float. It was like I forget the title of the float, but it was pretty cool. And I loved that cop. I loved him when he was at Lowell High School, a wrestler, unbelievable how tough he was.
Good guy.
A real good guy. And that's my point. There's some kids and some people that work for the state, like I did, that works for the city, like Cisco did. Some of them deserve everything they get because of the job they did. And then there's a whole bunch of them, there's no doubt about it, because to me, 60% of the place does the job, and 40% sit around complaining. That's what they did in the prison system.
That's a hobby in New England, complaining.
Yeah, but most of the ones that I've met in my life, especially in Lowell, it's an incredible place. And they've tried to hurt it over the years, sending in policemen from other problems in other districts, send them to Lowell. Lowell will take them in for you. We'll babysit them for as long as we can. Stuff like that does happen. I had uncles that were cops, so there's a lot I know about policemen. And what I think about them, I don't like them in a school. I don't like them up inside an office at the high school. I want you outside the doors. That's all I wanted. But I want cops. At least 4 for the high school every day.
I actually
Every day.
think that the school budget should include police officers that are retired at each school. Because, I mean, when you have one of these situations where someone comes into a school just looking to harm some kids, you want someone there that can defend them, and you need a gun to defend, and someone that has a weapon. That's the only defense that's going to put someone out quickly and safely by someone that's trained. And if you have these retired officers that have all that training and discipline, because if you retire as a police officer, you've had the discipline not to get yourself in trouble and finish a career. With that said, you should be able, a lot of these guys do enjoy the police job, and they should be able to go out and participate at a school by making sure the schools are safe.
I agree. Anything to make the school safe. But Tom, let me go back to you for a second. You had some news out of Dracut?
Yeah, actually, 2 bits of news out of Dracut.
Oh, here we
One's
go.
political, one's non-political. So last night, I'm on the Dracut Housing Authority, as you all know, and we hired a new executive director. Her name is Allison Pertell. She's been with the Lowell Housing Authority since she was 18 years old. I'm thinking she's around 40-something right now. So she had a long career. She's worked her way up. She came, we interviewed her last night, and we interviewed 2 candidates last night. And she came through with the interview fantastically, so she called her last night. We had a nice conversation, and she's accepted the position. She's going to have big shoes to fill. Mary Karabatis has retired, and Mary's been there for 17 years, done an outstanding job. And it's funny, we had her assistant, Kelly Szymanski, who is the acting director right now, who could have been the director. She didn't apply for it. But we're looking forward to working with Allison. And like I say, she finally Dracut stole somebody from from Lowell. Lowell was
Is that her right there?
Yeah, that's her. Yep. Drake, it was.
John Zimmerman's got that on. What's happening? Drake?
Yeah, I saw that. Drake has stolen a lot of people from Lowell, so Lowell's finally stolen somebody from Drake. So we're looking forward to.
I can't make that big, but
So, and another breaking news, non-political. I don't know if anybody heard, but Mike Lindsay's selling his restaurant and building. I don't know if anybody's heard that.
Yeah, I heard that last week.
I was talking to his cousin George last night, and whole kit and caboodle. If you got $9 million, it's yours. The restaurant, the real estate, and everything. So it's time. Mike's worked hard for the last 20 years putting that place. It's a great restaurant. And I think that's part of the problem. He really wanted to reopen that restaurant, and again, it's a matter of no help. No help. He couldn't get the help. He has the function halls that work great and everything, and it's best chicken pie around, right, Bobby?
I agree, yeah.
So that's my breaking news out of Drake.
But let me just say this
one
about
down the road, we'll
Lindsay's.
get Allison on here.
Lindsay also had staff, his sons.
Oh, yeah.
Sons.
Yeah.
You know, family. Sometimes the family members are forgotten about in the business, but he has some incredible sons
Yeah.
that work very hard for him. So, yeah,
I guess
you know,
with
good
what I'm
luck.
hearing, none of the kids wanted to take it over, so which is it's all right. But I mean, I guess so. If you got
His wife is there all the time
Yep,
too,
Sandy.
so don't forget.
Yep.
She works hard too.
Yep.
She's on part of that big business.
So that's my two breaking news out of Drake. So maybe down the road we'll get Allison on here, and she's a Lowell girl, lives in Lowell, brought up in Lowell. So
You talk about restaurants. How about the Olympia? Have they sold that? We're gonna
Still a for sale
We're
sign
gonna
up
get
there.
a business in there that open up.
I would
the
love to
Greek-
see.
yeah,
I'd love
that
to see a
should be-
Greek restaurant. Yeah.
That's what I'd like to see. Someone open that up. It needs a facelift and.
But it's
and-
also
and-
going to be tough to beat the food. The Olympia had the best food around, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
They had great food,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So the City
it
of
looks like
Lights parade, I thought was pretty nice. I
Yeah.
didn't hit the City Hall part of it, and that's usually the better part of the whole thing.
it looks like the Senate race is basically going to be two candidates.
Oh, there's a third.
Oh, there's a third.
I just seen that.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear.
Sam Meese
Yep, Sam Neese.
Sam Meese.
coming in from the Republican
Okay.
side.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Because there was another Cambodian. He decided not to run. I think right. There was another one that was going to run. He decided not to run. I forget
No.
his name. He ran for
No,
council
I
a few
think
years
you're
ago.
talking about Sam. Sam?
No,
Yes,
this was
really?
he ran for council in 2023, and we actually thought he was going to be a strong opponent. I think you remember. I forget his name, but that's the only thing. Let me see if I can find it on Teddy's site. But yeah, he's decided not to run. So
Well, the only candidate I'm going to support is Rodney Elliott for that seat. Sorry, but he's worked
Nothing to
very
be
hard
sorry
for the city, and I think in the best interest, being selfish that I am, I want the best for the city, and he's going to be able to offer the most for the city. He's the guy that has the most connections up at the State House, and
Sure.
we want money. I mean, bring it to Lowell, and we want jobs. I mean, we definitely want jobs. It's great to build housing and more housing, but I like to see some companies come to the city. I like to see some work. Hopefully this Link project actually comes through and we have Draper in the city. Is that the company they're talking about?
Draper's coming.
Yeah, okay.
Draper's coming because Evelyn Thorne, her husband, a rocket scientist, Dr. Glenn Thorne, he works for Draper, and he says Draper's coming along.
All right, awesome. Maybe I can get a job there. Put my engineering to work.
all right,
Build a
his name
rocket.
is the gentleman's name that I mentioned. His name is Varick U.Y. Remember Bobby ran for city council a few years back?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
the
he
young
decided.
kid.
Yeah, there's his picture and everything. I found that on Inside News, on Inside Lowell rather.
Wasn't he the guy that was always at the city council meetings, always giving a statement?
I don't know. Yeah, but he's decided not to run. So
Oh, that's good.
But I got this last night.
Nice picture. Nice,
he's running as a
good-looking
Republican.
guy.
John, you said? Did you say that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Well
I
put
think as a
together.
Republican.
Please join us.
Say
for
Republican
a
anywhere there?
Meeting and greet.
No, I don't see anything. No. I'll look it up.
There's red there, you know?
Mm.
Red and blue. on Thursday, December 4th, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., Dream Diner. I just went by there. They put it like an extension outside, like a canopy. Are you going to have breakfast outside in the middle of the winter? Is that the new thing?
No, it's 4 to 6 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see breakfast at 4 to 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Just me. Maybe they'll have breakfast special for you when you get out there,
You
Cisco.
can eat eggs anytime, John. I love
McDonald's has a 24/7, man.
it. How about
No, if I was Rodney, I would feel good about someone entering the race. Because I believe Sam, and I like Sam, nice guy, will take votes away from Vanna Howard. Just common sense to me,
He's running as a
and
Republican, I can't
which
find
will in turn help Rodney.
yes?
But
yes.
Rodney's in a race. I'm telling you right now, the Democratic City Committee and the way I seen this last campaign, it's moving in the far.
No,
Oh, it's moving in the
Bobby,
left.
believe me, Democrats are not stupid. They can see clearly Vanna Howard doesn't have the courage to get up off her chair and raise her hand for anything.
I don't believe
That's why I nicknamed her the Cowardly Lion, and I get spitballs,
it. I'll
but
tell
she
you.
just is. What's she done?
Sam Mees, according in the past, has been a Republican, so I'm sure he's run as a Republican for the Senate seat. So he won't be in the primary against Vanna.
John, I think when you say the nickname, I think you're right. But I look at who supports her and where she hangs around, and it's with all the nonprofits.
300 golden votes. She's got 300 people that vote.
Just
Right
all
now, they
I'll
put
say
their
it
blue
this way,
underwear on every morning.
Don't underestimate the Democratic Party in Lowell this year.
Democratic Socialist Party.
I think.
Yeah.
I think.
I
That's
agree.
what we need to talk about.
I think a couple of things. Rodney A. has ran citywide. She hasn't. I think it'll be a horse race in Lowell, but I think it'll be one in the towns. And Rodney's out there working in the towns. I know he's working in Drake at big time, which is going to be key to this
Yeah,
race.
Drake, it's
Yeah.
You said Ronnie. Who you
population's
talking
real
about?
high.
You said Ronnie.
Rodney Elliott.
Rodney, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And the thing is, too, would be follow the money, see where the money is, and because this is a special election, you're going to be lucky to get a lot of people out.
And especially if it's cold or snowy.
Yeah, you got to be careful with these type of elections, and
Yeah.
and I don't want to try to sound negative toward Rodney, but Rodney's in a race.
No, February.
He's in a
3rd.
race.
Oh, and he's
February
running
3rd.
scared. He's running. I'm sure he's running scared.
I don't know if he's scared, but I know he's running.
No.
I mean, I just went to a beautiful, Veterans Memorial in Chelmsford. Boy, oh boy, I forget the name of the park, but they have a good one. They had a couple hundred people at a dedication. Chelmsford does a lot of things right, huh?
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah.
But they had a stone put up there. My uncle Tom Hoey, Red Hoey, his name was on it. So I showed up, and sure enough, who's there without a top coat on? Just a suit? Rodney Elliott.
Yeah.
Everywhere I turn, I see him. So
Well, he's working hard. That's what you
Yeah,
need to do.
well,
when
he knows.
If
No.
you
He has an
get
event.
elected. Plus, the other thing, you're right. It's going to be a tough on primary because of the fact that it's February 3rd. Not too many people are going to go out and vote. First of all, you're right about the weather. It's going to be cold. No one likes to go out when it's cold, especially seniors. So I would think that whoever gets their voters out to the polls on that date will win.
And that's what I say be careful of.
Yes.
That's all.
That
Oh,
happened to me.
And
Yeah.
it's going to be a low turnout, especially like I say the dead of winter. Nobody votes in the regular elections. They're going to vote in the dead of winter. The primary is February 3rd, and I think the election's March 3rd, if I'm correct.
And it's a party election.
Yeah.
Yeah, party.
Yeah.
Democrats. You have to be a registered Democrat. You're right,
He has an
Tom.
event. In fact, he has an event next week.
Yes,
I believe,
on
Worthing.
the 11th. The 11th.
Yeah.
Worthing.
Yeah.
I will be there. You're right about the weather. The weather is going to be a big factor when you have a low turnout. Every vote counts. We know that. Look at what happened in District 3 up in Belvedere. They came down to 10 votes, right, at Belinda? Oh, she's having a meet and greet tonight at Dunkin' Donuts. Do we have that, George?
Who's the she?
On Belinda.
A meet and greet. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
meet and
Not
greet.
that I know of.
on-
I'll go look at her Facebook
Yeah,
page.
no, I seen that. I think, no, it's in the Sun. She has friends.
It was
It
Ned?
was in the Lowell Sun. Yeah, I've seen
Huh.
that. Yeah, well, you give them
Like
plenty
I
of
say, it's
money.
going to be interesting to see. I'm on the show every week, Bobby, as you are now, to see how many of these councils come on now after they've won. That's what I want to see. And it seems every year, Rourke always comes on, Gitcher always comes on, Reader always comes on.
I can't wait. I can't wait to,
Yeah.
Tom, I can't wait to John and yourself get to know this guy, Cisco. I was holding a sign.
The Cisco kid.
Yeah, I was
My nephew Chris speaks very
Even
highly
though
of
my
him.
name's spelled wrong on the TV there,
That's
Well,
okay.
it's Maldonado. It's Maldonado.
My nephew Chris, as you know,
Well, I'll
Chris
fix it.
Bomil
It's-
thinks
you know,
highly of you.
I could have done it like a half an hour ago.
That's
but
fine. I don't mind.
But anyways, I was holding a sign up at the Riley School.
It's M-O.
Mald. Maldonado.
Just put DJ Cisco.
Take
Is that
out
what you
the
got?
E and put an A. Or DJ Cisco. Yeah, we'll get some advertisement. No, I definitely will, give advice to the voters that want their candidate to win is plan February 3rd to go vote. Have your jackets,
Is that the
have
right
your
way?
boots, and
Is that the
make
right
sure.
way?
Yes, you spelled
Thank
it
you.
right. That looks good. Thank you. Doesn't-
Sorry about that.
No big deal. I mean,
Let me finish what I was
No,
saying.
it's gotta
about
be-
it,
should be
please.
right.
you're the host.
I'm
I'm just sitting
John.
here and
I was holding a sign at the Riley School, which you know how that is. That's the place everybody wants to be. And I'm with a pretty nice crowd, and we're talking. There was not very little laughter the whole time I was there, until this character came into the group. You know, he's a DJ on the side too. He's to me, a hustler, trying to make a buck like a lot of us do in life. But I just think you're going to be a really big asset, because every Tuesday I get the opportunity to speak. It's going to be to try to do something for those bottom 1,000 that I'm talking about. Cliff Krieger. I give him so much credit when I talk about students. We definitely need more trade schools, no doubt. We had the opportunity to grab the old Lowell Trade School when we moved students from there to put them in the new high school. We need to keep that building. We can't let a nonprofit grab it to do babysitting. We need it for
What do we do with
education.
Bobby?
We need it for, open up a trade school of things that Lowell needs. Hairdressers, fingernail people, stuff like that.
And
No,
again,
Bobby,
Bobby, I
Bobby,
agree.
Listen, let me-
Realistic,
No,
no, just a second,
Go ahead.
okay? There's no pension for giving fingernail polish. We want these kids to learn how to be welders, computer
Where do
operators.
we live?
We
where
want
do
a
we
place. I want these kids to get a doggone pension. And I don't know, anybody who paints fingernails is getting a pension.
Become a prison guard. Get a pension
Become a welder.
if you can.
Drive a Cadillac every day of the week
And that's my point.
and get a pension.
John, if you can. We need more trades. I was saying it to be, what's the word? A wise guy. I'll use the word wise guy. I said fingernails
No, I like-
and hairdressing
Hey,
because that's what's huge in Lowell.
Bobby, you've been saying, another issue. You've been talking about this for a couple of years now, and it seems it goes to dead ears. He's been talking about this on the show about keeping the trade school, turning into a small trade school. And all I can say about fingernail painting, my wife's fingernail person, her house in Pelham's bigger than some real big home out in Pelham. So
Now, cosmetology, if I use the right terms, do some, cosmetology, welding, of course, mechanics, anything. But we need more. We know we need more. Everybody knows we need more, so it's not a new idea.
I like the idea of more options. I would think that you'd have to go in there and look at the building and see what trades could be put in there that don't need,
Tons of money, yeah.
Tons of money or special equipment or even space, There's height requirements and stuff like that. It's an older building. Start off with plumbing and electrical. Those two trades do very well. And I would think there's a lot of small businesses looking for employees with those training skills.
did you know I saw an article back from 1965 on the election that the city of Lowell voters? There's a referendum on the Volk School. soundly defeated. They did not want the voc school. Imagine that. That was 60 years ago. But I'm just saying, 'cause they had their own trade school. Why have another one? You know. So
Tommy, you can read these three.
sure. Good morning. Maybe she'll see Joanne, the people taking a left-hand turn over a double line when people exit the drive-through at Dunkin' Donuts. I actually saw that over a Top Donut the other day. The cowardly line was in the full support of the State House behind her. Rodney is too conservative for the Speaker. The Howardly line is an easy rubber stamp for the state. Will DJ Cisco be spinning turntables at the Polar Plunge?
There you go.
I will go out there if I'm asked to, and it has to be electricity.
Which one of you guys is the best navigator for the Office of Political Finance?
OCPF, I've done a lot of work with them.
Okay, so here's Rodney Elliott. What button do I click to see who's giving him money?
Oh,
You'll go to where his name shows up in his number. So
Okay.
if you go back to the
Eric Gitches, his treasurer? That's cool.
No, that's
that's-
money that was
that's where you donated.
report. City Council. If you go to the main screen, there's a tab so you can go to local elections, and they'll put up all the councilors.
All right, let's go back to the very beginning.
Definitely.
Now, where do I go?
Let's see. Go if you just want Rodney, go to
No, I
browse.
want Rodney, I want Vanna,
Okay, so
and Sam.
so you want all of them on. Let's see. It's another screen there.
Explore the data, probably. no?
Scroll down
browse candidates.
on. It says all reports. Browse all reports. Reports on by
Where is
office.
Reports by
browse candidates?
No,
No, down yellow.
Reports by office.
Right there.
Go there. All right. You want city council ones? If you go down.
No, I want
The state
State Senate.
Set it. All right. So. District
Where would it be?
candidates yearby report. All right. So it's not in there. That was for the.
So let's go look them up by name. How do I look them up by name?
Oh, you could have gone in legislative races. It was on there.
I'm not going backwards.
Okay.
How do I
All
look
right.
up by names?
Just go on browse candidates right there. The first, click on there, and then you want to type his name. There's a.
It says list of campaign finance.
Yeah, I say he's over 100 grand anyways.
Oh, I know he's over 100 grand.
Yeah.
I guess nobody knows what they're doing. Okay, never mind.
I guess.
Back to you guys. I'll go find it.
That should have gone there. I'm not sure because I've done that a million times. And
Well,
they'll
it's
give you
a million and
box.
one ain't working today, so please, I'll find it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
You
so,
want me to find it on my phone?
No, I gotta find it here,
Okay.
so I can display it on the screen. So just keep yakking over there, boys.
All
That's
right.
your job.
Yeah,
so
so,
Sam Meese is running. It looks like he's going to be running as a Republican with Rodney and Vanna, and I think papers are due. I think Rodney told me Christmas Eve or December 23rd or something. That's when you have to file papers by. So
Here's
think-
Vanna Howard. So Vanna Howard is the first one that comes up on the list over here, and her treasurer is Judith
Huber.
and she's Senate First Middlesex District, and she's got a deposit report. The most recent one's from 11, almost a month ago, but that's okay.
looks like a grand. What's that? 73,000. Oh, wait a minute. That's 93,000 cash on hand.
Well, she should have a lot of dough.
Yeah, that's why an election like this, Tom, right, when you,
These are people who are giving money to her,
Okay.
and you can see how much money they're giving on the right-hand side. I don't know how big of a TV seat you got, but I'm going to scroll down this, and then we'll go after Rodney. So $1,500. Once in a while, you get $250. This is, I guess, alphabetical. Pretty cool.
No names popping out at me.
Wayne Jeunesse.
Oh, yeah?
Here's Wayno right here.
Yep.
I think the big thing you really want to look at is where the money comes from. What is it? A low
So she
resident?
got $7,000 last month.
Somebody, there's somebody from Brookline, Mass. Up there donated.
It's okay. Good for them. Merchant providers, I don't know what, fees. Summary. Where'd you see cash on hand?
What did I see, Cat, when you win that? Go down, John, keep going. See the bottom one, cash on hand, the bottom blue one.
Yeah,
Oh, this
she
one
has
right here?
$93,194.57.
Okay. So now we'll go over to Rodney. And we're gonna go to, let me go State Senate. Elliot Rodney. Rodney's got $83,000 on hand, and his latest report is November 24th.
Wow, that's a couple weeks ago.
And he took in $2,000. Deposit data,
Yeah, $2,215 was which he deposited.
okay, here's people giving money to Rodney.
Phil
That's it.
Season, the president of community college, gave him money.
Who's that?
Phil Season, you see the name below the name Pope? He's the president of Northern Middlesex Community College. He gave him $100.
This is Rodney. Okay.
I mean, $100 usually means it's kind of like goodwill. You know what I mean? Like you do it because you support the process. That's what I do. Usually, you want candidates and you want to support. If you've been a candidate in the past, you understand that it takes money. And if you like politics, you support it financially.
Yeah.
If you have the extra money, I mean, it's not
Sam
for
Reese.
everyone.
Nothing?
So
No
they're
financial
pretty-
reports yet this year, but he just announced, I think, the other day.
So they both pretty much have the same money to run.
One's got 80, one's got
Yeah.
90.
Yeah. So
Keep using that nickname that they use on her, and you're just gonna help her out, that's all.
Help who out? The
The ones-
Cowardly Lion?
That's right. Keep using that nickname, and I'm telling you, it's gonna motivate the people that will get out and vote.
Who's gonna get more money for this, for your community?
No, I hear you. I hear you. I'm just saying, we're underestimating her a lot on the show we are.
Well,
right now.
I would think you have to be concerned. Again, it's a primary on in the middle of the winter, February 3rd. You're not going to have a high turnout, and it's going to come down to whoever gets their people out and vote. And this year, as you've seen in New York with Maldonado getting elected, that the socialists, Democrats are out there and they're engaging. They're looking for free stuff, and they're hooked on what these politicians are putting down. If you look at the language that the ones that are running with the socialist ideology, they're all putting down the exact words everywhere. You know, you seen it here in Lowell on Marcos Candido.
When I see the pre-printed signs, Tommy, you want to read this one?
Where will a new vocational school go? We all know one is needed, but where? The only place that
It goes
makes
on the
sense
edge of the river.
is Murphy Farm and Drake.
No, right on the edge of the river, build a high-rise, call it the Steve Pinadiatakis Educational Center. That's where you put it.
How about those people in
So
the building?
Bobby's right. You can't underestimate Vanna Howard. But again, I'm gonna stick by what I
No,
said
they've
earlier.
done, it's,
I think in Lowell it's going to be a horse race. It will be run in the town, one in the towns, and he's working hard in all the towns. And I think Drake, it's going to be key for him. And I think he's picking up a lot of support in Drake, which will be a key part of this election. That's my opinion. But she will be. It'll be a horse race in Lowell, I think.
And
Like Bobby said, she
Drake
has people.
I'm glad Drake is for him.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I just know the low voting base. I watched it in this election, like I said, and I don't want to keep going over it. But
Sure.
Vesna Noon beating Eric Gitcher
Right.
right away. That bothered me a little bit. Saying, whoa, kidding me? Because I've watched almost every city council meeting for the past couple of years, and Vesna hasn't done that much. But it's
Which
got a
again,
lot of power. Hey,
here it goes to what I said. If you run down the middle, you don't scare any voters away. You give this equal, give this equal. Guess what? They come back. If you're running down with the intention to make those decisions that are best for the city, well, you're going to upset this side and make this side happy.
you know what I thought hurt you in your campaign? When you talked about 3 positions at the police department, over $100,000 that aren't needed.
I really believe that our top management in the city.
You think that hurt him, Bobby?
I agree, but
Yeah.
honestly, I really believe that management in this city, we're building pyramids upside down in this city, you know? And if you look at the services that people want, you know, asphalt, sidewalks, cleaning, guess what? You need to have more Indians than chiefs.
Bobby, you think that issue hurt him?
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit, nothing major. I couldn't believe he got beat, to be honest
Yeah.
with you, but he
Yeah.
did.
Well,
It
it goes back.
happens,
It
it
goes back
happens.
to getting people to the polls. I got caught up emotionally with trying to get people that don't vote to engage. Honestly, after this experience as a new politician, I would say the old politicians had it right. They said concentrate on the gold voters and you'll get elected, because the voters that don't vote all the time, they don't really matter. And that hurt me, because I actually thought everyone matters. I believe every person that you represent as a candidate should be, you know, you should be acting in their best interest, whether they come out and vote for you or not.
Good point. You know.
Hey, Tommy?
Yeah.
From the Drake audience, Gail wants to know what's open and what's closed because of snow in Drake there. She says her prediction is they're going to send the kids home early from school.
I don't know about Drake. I did read just now when I was on Facebook that the Volk school is closing early, so I think that's going to be the pattern. You're going to see these with an early release. That's what I'm thinking. But I haven't heard anything about.
But she's
Drake.
asking about the senior center and the
Yeah, I
town
haven't
hall.
heard anything. No, they'll
Nothing?
be open. They'll be open. If anything, they'll close early. You know.
But they'll be open at least till noon.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
We're going to see.
Because this town manager they have now is very conscientious about safety for the employees. So
It's supposed to start up around 9 a.m.
yeah, 9, 10, and then I guess it's going to. Some places it's going to get bad, but some places it's going to turn over to rain. Like we're going to turn over to rain about 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. So which will make it real slushy.
You know, I get a kick out of this. Why is the government gets to go home? Do you think Target's going to close early?
They announced that they're closing early.
Target's
today.
gonna close?
I'm just kidding.
Do you think that
No, absolutely not.
Espresso Pizza's going to close
I
early?
agree with you. No.
Do you-
What would
And it's
you
funny
do,
how
John?
it's funny how government is. You can do that, and I worked for government, so I didn't mind it. But Bobby, right? It's just amazing how you could. But let's.
You
for
can look
example,
at it this
give an
way, too.
example. Cops aren't going to go home early today. Say if government closes down. they-
Emergency.
No, but they'll be looking for overtime
You can look
What?
at,
because everybody else got to go home.
That's right.
Yeah.
Overtime's a beautiful thing.
What would you do?
But-
Give them shovels and let them start shoveling
Give
till
who
the end
shovel?
of the.
Nobody should
their
go home.
shift?
No, Cisco, they shouldn't go home.
No, I agree.
They're
I
inside.
agree.
Oh my God, I'm sitting in my desk and it's snowing
My
outside.
father was a truck driver
What's
for
the
so many
difference?
years. My father was a truck
think-
driver. He never missed a day of work. Snowstorm.
But Tommy,
no snow-
realistically, okay, you're a long-time municipal employee.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Okay, they close town hall early. You go home and look out the window at your house. What's the difference?
I used to love
the-
those
the-
days. You know why I love snow days? I'd be able to. Nothing going on. Everything was just sit in my office, catch up on some paperwork. Do the daily puzzle. So-
Yeah.
When the person's in there trying to collect 100% disability, an IA or something like that, and you can say in court, listen, we released everybody early for their safety. You always have to have something said about safety. It's like,
But Bobby,
why do we close
Well,
schools? Why do we close schools or send them home?
Bobby, they're immediately going to go out Christmas shopping. How safe is this?
But think about it. Why are
safe
they
is this?
closing schools early? To
'Cause
get
they
the
can.
kiddos back home, because it's not going to be good.
Now, John, in your business, it must be tough. A snowstorm.
It's all up to the family.
Yeah.
The immediate family, we would call like the widow or widower or the children and say, here's the prediction, what do you want to do? Proceed as planned, change things, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And we take direction from the
You
family.
guys are pretty good with that. As
Yeah.
far as, yeah.
I mean, we got snow plows and all the other good stuff. We're not gonna get, we can
Right,
go any place. So we're gonna go to break, boys.
Let's go to break,
All right.
yeah?
We're gonna play some more of Bobby's parade.
We're gonna have a meatloaf contest next week. I'm bringing my meatloaf.
I love me.
Bobby Hoey did this video
Early in
of
the, oh, no.
the City of Lights
retreat.
parade.
All right,
Did a
so
good
the
job.
next, so the next time I'll be going to meatloaf at 8 o'clock. At 7 o'clock.
My phone's getting, the battery's low, but I'll keep doing this for now.
I'm not bidding $5 for I have, you guys put any Christmas lights up?
It's a nice night for this.
I haven't even gone out into the attic to pull anything down.
Hey, I got you on video right here. Let me tell you, I got you on video.
It's tax money, it's nothing but the best. So we
ROTC, good stuff. Good morning. Welcome to the City Life Show. If you're watching the Dawn Patrol, we appreciate that too. Right next to me is Francisco Maldonado, retired sergeant on the Lowell Police Department. Next to him is Tom Bomo, the co-host every other week. John McDonough's behind the camera, and what I'm hearing about the weather around here at around 9 a.m., it's supposed to start up. We're going to get a lot of rain with slush mixed in around this area. That's what I'm hearing. But I would be off the road by around noontime anyways, so get everything done. I went to Market Basket yesterday. It's always nice. I love that place. I really do. And I miss the chicken pies. Get them out there. They haven't been doing that.
We had, I can't believe, I wanted to give a shout out to Market Basket. We did their turkey dinner, the one they make for you. It was out of this world. I was shocked how great, and the portion you got for $70. You got turkey, you got stuffing, you got mashed potatoes, you got a pie, a big giant pie. It was out of this world. Just save the wife some time from making food, so. But,
So anyways, this Saturday, I believe, is the Radiothon, right, Tom?
yeah, yep.
I don't
I'm not involved anymore as I was before, but yeah, they're shooting for $300,000. I'm sure they'll get it. So yeah, it's on CAP from usually 6 to 2 they wrap it up, but they usually have it all done by 2, so. And I don't have there's an auction site, I don't have the information on that as to where you can look, but I know that's out there too, so.
Why did you get out that information on Drake it right now?
Okay, yeah, so, and I want to go back to the Radiothon for a minute. So last night, the Drake Housing Authority, which I'm a member of, we did some interviews, and we hired Allison Pertell as our new executive director. Allison will replace Mary Karabatzis, who was the executive director for the last 18 years or so. She's going to have big shoes to fill. But what impressed me about Allison's resume when I interviewed her, when the board interviewed her, was that she has been at the Lowell Housing Authority since she was 18 years old. And she's moved up the ladder, and she'd be a whisper away from being the executive director there. But she wanted to move on, and it was time, she said, so we're looking forward to working with her. And we'll be negotiating a contract, which should be, she's not going to be, we have to go by actually a standard the state gives us as far as how much we can pay her. So I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, that's the big announcement. Like I said, the other big news out of Drake, and I think I told you, was that Lindsay's is for sale, and Mike's ready to pack it in. I've got that from a good source, his cousin Georgie.
Now, Tommy, this is
That's Allison. Yeah.
beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your new position. Thanks to
And like I said, we'll try down the road.
what's happening in Drake it for the picture.
Down the road, we'll try to get her on here some morning too. So.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah. So I was going to go back to the Radiothon, and we on the 13th of December, I believe that's a Saturday. December 13th. Yes, a Saturday. We have what they call our annual bell ringing competition. We have I cover. Me and Karen Pulio from Tingsboro cover Bridge Street Market Basket. Somebody covers Pawtuckaville. Somebody covers. We get a bunch of people, friends of ours, ring the bell, and we whoever raises the most money, obviously we win the competition. So it's between 7 and 3 that day. We have some of the selectmen. I know Colin Gary usually rings for us. I have a couple of selectmen going to ring for me, and and everybody, all I do is an hour, which is good because we have the whole day filled in. But that's what I'm looking forward to. So,
Well, Tommy, thank you for your dedication.
yeah, thank you. You're so I loved it.
So Cisco, what do you got going? What's on your mind?
No, I just looked up the information for the Radiothon on December 7th from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 980 WCAP.
Really? I thought it was the 6th, but
They have 7th on here.
yeah, you might be right.
Is that,
No, it's the 6th.
is it the
Yeah,
6th?
that's right. I'm looking at the calendar. It's always a
Oh.
Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the 6th.
Then AI is wrong. Hey, really, look. I don't know, can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
December 7th.
Uh,
Yeah.
Again, you have to verify all the information online. You think that's live, wrong
You know,
date.
on the dawn patrol, we basically started off that hour, and I said a few times that your property taxes are going to go up. I said it there, it gets you a couple of times. He goes, well, where else? I said, Bob, where else are we going to get money? Where else are they going to?
Taxpayers, that's where it's coming from.
Right, so our property taxes. It's really the only place where they can get money is off our property taxes. but how much are we gonna keep,
2025.
continue to pay? I still believe in the
Crazy, isn't it?
Sam Chase theory that, we get a good bang for the buck in Lowell. I really think that a lot. I'm telling you. I mean, I've been through everything you can imagine, the fire department helping to save my life, the ambulance drivers, and just to see the firemen walk into my house when I'm sitting on the floor in my shower. It's an amazing thing to be saved. So to me, I'm not paying a whole lot of money yet. Yet. Remember that word. So I'm the type of guy that thinks I could pay a little more. And I blame that on Sam Chase, because he always keeps saying to me, Bob, you get a good bang for your buck here. Because a lot of that state money that comes in for our schools and all that stuff. So, but again, our taxes are going to go up. And I think Eric agreed with me. He agreed with me. Your property taxes will go up. I'm just wondering how much, that's all. Not a
To
big,
the max. We got a
Yeah, it's
$50
gonna go
million
to the max.
overrun already in the high school, and
Yeah.
it's not finished.
Oh, yeah. Maybe, who's doing Ed Kennedy's job right now?
His
The
staff.
staff. That's why I read
The
that.
staff,
Yeah,
huh?
they stay there till whatever March 3rd.
But
and
there's
then
no voting from his office.
no,
No, that's.
no. But they
he'd be-
still. I
he'd
think
be-
Dominic's still. I don't even know what Dominic's position was with him, but
He'd be going after some money, or trying to get money for us.
Yeah.
That's one thing that Kennedy did well.
Yeah.
For not just Lowell, for Drake and
oh yeah,
Tingsboro and a lot of places. I miss the guy. He was a good mayor. He was my favorite mayor, to be honest with you.
That's the other thing you got to consider for the new state senator. The fact that you want someone to go in there that knows the motions that are on the floor, the bills, right? The bills at the legislative body up there in Beacon Hill. You want to make sure that you got someone that's going to move on some of Ed's motions or bills that he has on the floor. Hopefully, like I said, I think Ronnie Elliott's the guy for that job.
I agree. Every time I hear you talk about that, I just want to go back saying, believe me, if you're for Rodney, you're going to have to work hard for him. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, you got to go
It's
out
going to
and
be a
vote.
tough one. It's just the way, you mentioned it beautifully when you talked about the mayorship in New York City. It's fallen down to the local levels. There's no doubt in my mind. And that's how I believe Eric Gitcher come in second. It's going that way, and you got to watch out. John, you say it all the time, the power, the Democrats.
You think?
The Democratic Party, they got the machine. In this state, they definitely do.
Well,
There's no doubt.
it's going to be interesting. We're going to see an experiment in New York City, the mayor's job there with his ideas. Let's see how he really turns out. It looked like he made out with Trump at the
How did he
White
make
House.
out? How did he make out?
I don't know. They didn't throw him out,
no.
and he was giving some nice statements to the media in regards to the new elect mayor. So we'll see if.
Marty's sticking his tongue out at Golden because he promised
That's
he
what we're
wasn't going to
talking
buy.
about.
He promised he wasn't going to buy any more property. Marty promised he wasn't going to buy any more property to turn it into a tax-free zone, and he just spent $800,000 to buy this parcel over by the school.
Yeah.
Sticking his tongue out at the city manager. We're supposed to just not remember these things, right, Marty? Thanks for your promise. Oh, that's right. It started off when I won't run for re-election.
Is
That's
that down where the old Notini's area?
Down that area,
Yep.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's been there for years.
that's where they're going to be spending maybe billions of dollars, right? The new business that we talked
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
So a
of
lot
taxpayer money, taxpayer funding coming in there.
without a doubt, we
So
do.
we are spending billions of our money. Thank you, Marty. I mean that facetiously.
What I worry about is they do what they did up in Burlington. They built all these beautiful buildings. They got all these new businesses to come in, and within 6 months after they came in, they all vacated the properties, and you have all these buildings that are empty, built with tax money. And I hope that doesn't happen. I keep my fingers crossed. I think it's a great idea. I just want to see how they're going to get all these people in there without having them to wait in traffic for hours. They already have a problem with getting folks down there for the arena, and just you see the traffic. How about for the ball games? Now you're going to have a ball game.
Oh, that's
you're going to
beautiful.
have businesses and an arena all in the same area with no infrastructure development.
The baseball, that does a lot for the local people. It's not professional, to me.
Well, also,
Division I baseball.
Bud, you didn't know. Sorry, guys. This is used to be the brewery.
Right.
It's touching that same building, and they're expanding the brewery. So what the hell sense does that make? They've taken the auto parts store,
Yeah.
but they're not taking the brewery.
And you said they're expanding the brewery?
Seems to. Well, I didn't read the whole article.
Well, because if they're doing that, they anticipate a lot of action coming
Is
along.
that Mexican now?
No, I think
The El Jefe. It says the El Jefe
Oh, okay.
Taco Bar.
El Jefe. I think that business went out of business.
And now what they're going to be this Sea Dog.
Sea Dog, yeah,
Sea
exactly.
Dog Brewing Company.
So it's a brewing company. That's what we need, more intoxicated students. Hopefully they're riding their bicycles in the bike lane so that no one else gets hurt.
Yeah, that might be named after the baseball team, the Sea Dogs. I think a lot of baseball action's coming back. I could be wrong, but to me, Spinners Park's going to be an enjoyable place to.
It's too
to
bad they
be again.
couldn't got a professional team back, like the Red Sox had the Spinners
I don't
there.
know.
It's
Yeah,
too
but
bad.
that's more money. I think you're right, Bob. I think that on Park's going to be fun. It's going to bring people back into the city. You know who's going to really benefit is Centerville. They're going to be able to walk over that bridge and go to the game and walk home. I mean,
Yeah.
especially games are played during the, obviously during the better weather because it's outside. It's spring and right into the fall, right? They play baseball.
I'm just excited because one of my best friends has a son that pitches for ULO, freshman now. So he'll be on the sidelines, but he's signing a contract to go to that school for pitching and to get an education.
Well, we have a friend, Matt Draper, was pitching for UMass. He was
Okay.
a really good kid, redheaded kid,
Yeah.
Ann's kid. I know his mom very well.
I
Good.
can't say enough about ULO. I mean, my wife went there, her brother went there, my granddaughter is a civil engineer with a nice job. She went there. Latin Lyceum, she did a little bit, she did 4 years of that. They don't get what they deserve, but they don't look at it. It's like nothing. Really, they don't get any credit for it. And all they do is work real hard, 3.5, 4 hours a night for my granddaughter. A lot of math.
Yeah.
And great school, I'm telling you. When you go look at Northeastern, you're almost paying $90,000 a year. A Wentworth College, that's a private school, but what's that? It's probably around 80.
Yeah.
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 And ULO, you can get in there for pretty expensive now, but it's still a bargain.
No, it's great school for engineering.
Yeah, I think it is.
I got an engineering degree from I started at UMass Lowell, went for 2 years. I was actually a resident in the dorms, living 2 streets down. I moved from Salem Street to Pawtucket Street to Leach Hall. It was co-ed. There was a lot of crazy stuff going on when you're a freshman in college and you have a co-ed building. We're not going to discuss the stuff I
Let's not
saw.
discuss that.
But
John,
it's definitely a great engineering school.
John, I noticed I didn't see the show last week. You had Dan Rourke on? Did
Yeah.
he talk about the mayor's race at all? Did he have any insight?
Off the air, he said he's got, he needs one.
He needs one, okay.
He didn't talk a lot about it.
Right, okay.
Still working on it, and my research said it's Sean McDonough,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
so I got to call and see what's on Sean's mind. Not that
Yeah.
I'd convince Sean to do anything different.
Well, he sat here and said he liked Dan Rourke. I know when I asked him that question when he was running, so we'll see if he's true to his word, but.
That guy I talked to, you know who I mean, he said, you might get a surprise. I don't know what that means.
Well, he did say on here last week that he would not vote for, in so many words, he's not voting for Dan, because he doesn't feel that a ceremonial mayor should get two terms.
Yeah, but that's probably already counted.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but see what happens at this stage in your career, if you're bragging about, I'll never buy Mobil gasoline, it's going to stick in Mobil's craw forever. The low politicians, that's what they're like. Back in 1956, you kicked sand on my mother's blanket, and I'm never letting it go.
Well, you know what our good friend Ned Tarmey used to always say, Irish Alzheimer's. They don't forget anything.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's low politics.
You know, my first time on the school committee, I had a vote for a person, I had a choice, but it was either George O'Hare or Terrence Ryan for a Greater Lowell Technical High School seat. And I had the deciding vote, which is a pretty big vote, especially I come from the same neighborhood as George O'Hare. The following year I was running against him. But I picked Terrence Ryan, and I wasn't afraid to tell people why. I got a quick call from two people, Dan Durkin over here, and my friend that already is out there, Tim Fallon, that is in charge of discipline. Still works for them, but they wanted rid of this guy. But anyways, those two people, Timmy called me right away. You know what it's like, Tom?
Yeah.
To get that call from certain people. And he said, Bob, I've never seen George out here. Please give your vote to Timmy. I mean,
Terrence.
Ryan.
Yeah.
He's now our parking guy downtown.
So,
Yeah,
tell me, you want to read these two?
The city builds ice arenas, ball fields, hotels. Soon, as a front-runner city, that will be the one thing of the future. Government in the city of Lowell is not working. Government goes home early. What a shocker. Look on the bright side. There's only about 5 to 120 days left until the summer begins. Summer party begins. So.
Yeah, things, you know, I mean, I think the whole world's in trouble right now, not just locally. I think the city council, in my eyes, have done a pretty good job.
Bobby, just going back to that O'Hare, Terry Ryan, who won that? Did O'Hare get it at that time? Did he get?
No.
Oh, Ryan won it?
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan
With
got
my vote,
Okay.
Terrence Ryan got it.
Okay, yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, in my neighborhood,
Right.
it's a tough one because Dan Durkin, a good friend of mine, called me up, says, hey, you got to vote for George O'Hare, right?
Yeah.
I goes, sorry, I already gave my vote to Timmy Fallon. I'm going to vote for Terrence Ryan. I says, call Timmy up, you change his mind, I'll change my vote.
Yeah.
I guess he called him and didn't work out.
Right.
He
Right.
called me up and said, hey, Boomer, I still love you, buddy, don't worry about it.
Hey, Bobby, turn that microphone on its side.
This one?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like this?
The battery's dead, so just turn the whole set on its side.
Okay.
Thank you.
There we go.
But yeah, it's that's a tough vote. If it's on McDonough this time, that Sean McDonough guy, that's a tough vote for him to take. Because like John said, the person you're voting for will love you, the person you're not voting for is not going to love you. So
Welcome to politics.
Yeah.
Sean's going to have to learn real quick that he's going to make decisions in the best interest of the city. I think he has that in mind, and I hope he makes the right decision if it in fact comes down to him. I think I like Dan is to lead the city with what they're talking about, the front runner city, the link project. It'd be nice to have the guy that's selling the idea be there if it fails, because then he'll have the answers. Oh, there'll be someone that you're gonna hopefully hold accountable if it fails.
Tommy, you want to read this?
I already read that one, I think. The city built ice
I
rink,
just,
it's ball
sorry, I
fields.
didn't look at it.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you,
Yeah.
thanks.
But Bob, you were to your mind. You were a man of your word when that Terry Ryan thing, because I've heard people will say they're going to do one thing and then they double cross people. You stick to your word.
Oh, you got to stick
Yeah,
to your
you have to.
friends.
It's big.
Some of your best stuff, I think, when you get elected and you're sitting in a seat, like I was elected 4 times to the school committee, so I had the opportunity to listen to guys, John McDonough telling me how come all our custodians were living in Drake. Get a Lowell person an interview at least.
Llewellyn should get the.
Without a doubt. But that's what I'm saying is, you don't have to know
How can
it all.
Tommy hire his friends that way?
Do you think they're gonna bring that back up to a motion on
McDonough
city
said
requirement?
McDonough said to do it. Tommy,
What?
this is the one I was looking for.
to the panel, where is the best place to get breakfast? Toss up. Well, no, I'm not going to say a toss up. I hate to say it. Cameo
Owl.
Diner. I love Cameo Diner.
Owl.
Yeah, Cameo Diner.
Cameo Diner's good. What's the diner way out Middlesex? No, way out Mammoth Road, on the right-hand side there.
Oh, yeah.
Pawtucket.
Pawtucket Diner.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
delicious over there.
Owl's good too, but I mean, like
If
I
you
said-
want to see every Tom, Dick, and Mary, go the Owl. Then there's Fitzy's over
Fitzy's, I love Fitzy's.
Yeah.
on Lawrence Street.
Now I want to go to breakfast.
Let's go.
No,
So
take
I
my-
hope
gotta-
that's
I have somewhere to go
helpful to
after
you.
this.
Yeah, you're almost 7:30.
Tommy's going to skedaddle at 7:30. I'll
So
do
when
the
are we having the
announcements
meatloaf competition? 2 weeks?
Yeah,
I won't
2
be here
weeks.
next week, so-
2 weeks we'll have a meatloaf competition.
All right.
then.
Live.
Tell me about this meatloaf competition.
We're having a meatloaf competition.
I'm going to make
in
my
2 weeks.
mother's famous
I'm gonna put it
meatloaf.
on my calendar. I want to taste his meatloaf that he makes with oatmeal. I'm gonna make mine.
Oh, that wasn't my mother's. I'll make that one. I'll make one with the
No,
oatmeal.
I'll make mine with crackers, and you make yours with oatmeal. Let's
Okay.
see which one
My
tastes better.
my mother used to actually put Lipton onion soup mix in hers.
Oh, yeah, a lot
out
of
of this
people
world.
do that.
Oh,
It's like eating 2 hot dogs, one with ketchup, one with mustard.
does your wife make a good meatloaf?
Oh, yeah, delicious.
He's in the competition.
She
He's
makes
in the
screws for
meatloaf competition. We got
Meatloaf with what? Mashed potatoes, maybe a little gravy? No?
Yeah, mashed potatoes.
No, just the meat.
Just the meat. We're not gonna have a.
That's down and dirty.
Well, Bobby can bring the mashed potatoes and the green
so we're
beans.
looking at that's going to be on the 16th.
Yeah,
All right.
week before Christmas. A little
Yeah,
over a week
yeah.
before Christmas. Good.
I'm putting that in here. Meatloaf competition.
Tom, you said something about cooking and food, right? So
Yeah.
I went to Market Basket last night, and wasn't an easy thing for me because I had a new brace in my leg.
Was it packed because of the storm?
Oh, yeah, no, it
Yeah.
just was.
Bobby, we have an important question here because
Yeah.
Mr. Bomel's going to go over now. Tommy, will you ask this important question?
Eggs or pancakes when it comes to breakfast? Eggs.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Cisco?
I like eggs. Eggs, definitely eggs.
I'll do both if I can get away with it.
Yeah, that's.
Well, they actually
use
have
the pancakes as toast.
I think they have. Every diner has what they call like the pig pile special. That's what they call it, the Cameo. And it's eggs, sausages, bacon, pancakes, all like $15.
Well, if you can get in the IHOP, oh my God, it's delicious. If you can get in you can't get in the place.
The one in Tewksbury is pretty good too. What's
You can't
that
get in
called?
there.
That's IHOP, isn't it?
Yeah, you gotta wait in line. Yeah.
Now, what kind of pancakes are like? Pancakes that are sweet, like cake batter, or regular flour?
Regular.
Regular.
Yeah.
I don't notice the difference. I just put that sweet sauce on it, whatever, the maple syrup,
Maple syrup.
and they're gone.
Breakfast, a lot of breakfast places
Yeah.
around though. Yeah. So you gotta get out of here in a
Yeah,
minute or two.
7:30.
We're
Tom?
gonna go to a little break.
All
I'll
right.
put this up. I'll
I'll
hit
see you
play.
guys in 2 weeks. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Tom.
yeah.
Bring that meatloaf.
Next week I'm on retreat in Connecticut for a couple of days.
We'll John will send out a reminder, meatloaf competition on the 16th of
Hopefully have
December.
some guests. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have special guests. Yeah,
Food that day.
City of Lights Parade starting up. Good crowd out here, good crowd.
Look, Sally's right there. They know little progress.
Let the pigs come first.
I said they know you progress.
Damn, Uncle Lou. That's where my tax money goes to, right there. It does. The tax money goes to this shit. Pay for the fucking cruisers, pay for your kids if you need them. Hey, cut it out, go right over there.
The nightmare before Christmas. Low police.
Together.
Come on, baby.
Welcome back to the City Life Show. Tom Bomo had to do some business. He's out of here.
Thanks.
Cisco, go ahead. Go ahead and talk about the float. There
The
was
float, there was a float that was put together by the Lowell Police Department's and resource officers in the parade on Saturday that looked really intensely well put together.
What was it of?
It's part of the that nightmare on
No.
Christmas
So if I was
Eve.
standing on the sidewalk, what would I be looking
The
at?
kids would know it.
It was right at the beginning, and you'll see if you put it on there, it just said Nightmare Before Christmas.
So run it back to the beginning,
Yeah, right about there, John.
right about here.
Forward.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just go forward a little. Might have already been by this.
We can talk about it while you're looking for it.
Yeah, they just.
I thought they did a really good job. There was a video also of them putting that together at the school. I guess
This is the
they had
five.
the students help out, and it's really cool. I mean, there was a lot of floats in the parade this year. It looks like it's getting bigger. I remember as a kid.
41 minutes.
Huh?
41 minutes. Good size.
41, okay. So I remember as a kid getting everyone together for the parades. That was a big thing in Lowell. I'm glad it's coming back.
This is the very beginning, Bobby. This is what we're talking about.
That car you focus on right now is pulling the float that Cisco was just talking about.
Okay.
That was built by the
We'll let it roll till that goes.
built by the resource officers at Lowell High School.
And once we get that done, I'll look at the announcement.
Them also with the students. The students were
Cool.
involved. No, that was very creative. There was another one. Did you see the one with the Roger toy store, Rogers Pool?
Yeah, the
business?
Vogue put that together.
That was intense. I was curious.
I like the Santa Claus one the best. That thing's beautiful.
Yeah, that was nice.
Wherever we keep that thing, that's a magnificent.
I mean, I
float.
definitely think next year I'm gonna get my winter jacket out and
Here we go,
I'm
Bobby.
gonna
This
go
is
out
roll-
and see it.
Yeah,
It's rolling now.
this vehicle right here, you had actually Sergeant Marshall.
Mike Marshall, yep.
Yeah, the guy in charge of Doughboy Wrestling on Lincoln Street. Well, I think he was the creator of it.
The cops put this together?
Yeah. Resource officers, you say,
Yes,
put
yeah,
it together, yeah.
The Nightmare Before
Is
Christmas.
this Santa and the Grinch?
I really don't remember.
You have to see the show.
But the whole thing was.
That was
real-
it?
That was it.
Let me back it up.
I mean, the kids love it. I mean, it was really well put together. There was, like I said, there was a lot of stuff put together for the parade. They're
It
doing
was a
really
nice
good
parade. I
job.
think that LTC did a good job broadcasting
It
it.
was a good night.
And Danielle McFadden, and she was up there with some other guy. I don't know the guy's name. And it was a
know-
nice, we sat at home.
All I know about that guy you're talking about, and you don't know his name, he's related to
Dick.
Riddick, Ray Riddick, relative.
So this is the nightmare.
Before Christmas. Yeah, it was a fun time. Constantly throwing candy. I got hit in the eyeball with a piece of candy too. They were just chucking it at you.
So low cost put that float together. That was nice.
Yeah.
Nice jack-o'-lantern on the back. Beautiful. Back to you guys. Thanks.
I seen actually when the floats went by, especially the one you mentioned that the Great Lowell Technical High School built.
Yeah.
Didn't you mention that one?
Yeah, no, that was like something that was put out by Disney World. I mean, the craftsmanship was well demonstrated. It's incredible that these kids in high school are building stage. That's a stage production right there. It was if we could put a picture of that or see it, I mean, it was very impressive.
I remember it.
They got an award for it too. Because they put out awards. I think that might have been the mayor's choice or the who runs the parade? Do they have like
Don't know enough about it.
no.
The
Who's the guy that's in charge of the parade
I don't
when
know.
they have a parade? What's the name they give the official?
Used to be the late great Andy St. Onge, and now whoever runs the city's events department hides in the bushes.
I know. Andy was such
It's
a
like
great
tobacco
guy.
safety officer hides in the bushes.
Yeah. But it's nice to see the people out there. It looked like they had a good turnout. I hope they brought some money to spend at some of the restaurants.
This is Bobby
down
Hoey's
there.
video of the
Oh yeah.
event.
Now, Bobby does a great job.
Just stand still. Put your finger in front of it now and then.
But you're right at the corner of
Hurd Street,
Hurd
basically, yeah.
okay.
Across from Jackson Street. That's where the parade.
Jackson. A lot of them are lined up on Jackson Street.
Yeah.
There he is, Mr.
Oh,
Humble
God,
himself.
look at-
I was
the
across
Grinch
the street.
himself. The Grinch himself.
Yeah.
What are you getting for Christmas?
I don't know. I don't want much.
No.
Probably get socks, you know.
Go on a vacation.
I will.
Puerto Rico.
Right now, I think we'll go.
You like Puerto Ricans. You talk about them all the time.
Yeah, but you know,
Let's go.
you know
Let's
what
go.
I don't. You know,
I'll take you with me.
guess what I don't have? I don't have a passport, and I don't have
No,
a.
you don't need a passport. It's a
and
state.
hold on, and I don't have a real ID, so I'm not sure.
You can still go out.
Oh,
They're
you
just
can?
gonna. Yeah. Well, how about this? The government decided that they're going to charge you $45.
65.
60 now.
65.
$65 if you show up without a real ID or a passport. What a moneymaker.
Yeah,
It's all about money. You can still get out there. I mean, we have enough connections at Logan that with your ID, we'll get you on there. Just bring like your electric bill, and I'll get you on the plane. When we going? Let's book the trip. Yeah,
You know-
we could do live from Puerto Rico.
going into Boston a lot lately. You know what I've noticed? A lot of
Traffic.
A lot of buildings owned by the DOT, Department of Transportation. I'd love to see the money in that
There's
outfit.
a lot of money there.
Oh boy, is
Think-
there!
Think of how much they spend on the big dig.
Just the registry too alone. You know, think about that. All the money that goes through our registry.
Is the registry part of the
Yeah,
DOT?
yeah, sure
They're under
is.
the same. Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's-
it's a good state agency to be in if you're looking for promotions. You know, get some education and you can go right up the ladder there. You know, a couple of the dance groups that come through this parade, John, some young kids there, they were fabulous. And a lot of good bands. UMass Lowell, Chelmsford had a good band. Lowell High.
God bless
It
you.
was fun.
No, look, they had a lot of people out there. That's what you want to do. I think Lowell does a great job with the
Karen Casello sent this
entertainment.
in this morning. She says, John, I was at the parade. The picture of my oldest daughter, Alicia, my grandson, Jack, and my youngest daughter, Olivia. It was great. We enjoyed it. It was a great time. What a beautiful family you have.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I
And-
like the hats.
But
Does
now, Karen, since you're watching, would you be interested in coming to and judging the meatloaf competition? that
Yeah.
we're gonna have here on City Life.
Yeah, it's the 16th. It's going to be the meatloaf competition.
And you can bring lemon blueberry cookies.
I like that. That'd
No,
be a
we'll
nice
have too much
dessert.
food. We'll have way too much
Yeah,
food.
don't worry. We're
Yeah,
not
but
going to
those-
leave.
those-
I'll bring some beers too. Meatloaf and beers.
Hey, if you haven't had a lemon blueberry cookie, oh my God, they're so good.
No, I look forward to all this snack. Did you notice that we leave a bunch of those snacks behind and we come back the following week, they're not around? They're gone.
They're gone.
They're gone. I love it.
Hey,
I find a new home for them. Either they go to work or they sit in the kitchen. People pop in and people pop in the house all
I
day
never
long.
met anybody in my lifetime, and I've met a lot of people, that appreciates food as much as John McDonough. Really.
I love my food.
You're good at it too, buddy. You're
This,
good at it.
from the audience, my old man eats meatloaf sandwiches with white bread and ketchup.
Our friend George
Good
Anthes-
idea.
Hey, our friend George Anthes, he'd love to have a meatball contest, believe me. He loves meatloaf.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He loved meatloaf. He's not here anymore. Yeah. Quite the guy, though.
I mean, those meals are the best. Those comfort meals, right? They call them comfort meals.
Yeah.
The meatloaf, the chicken pot pie that you guys at Lindsay's go out there and enjoy it now because they could be sold. And that recipe probably doesn't go with the restaurant.
So Cisco, retired cop, I tell the audience, before it snows, take a walk around your yard, wherever you're gonna be shoveling, snow blowing, whatever you're gonna be doing. And if there's something in the way, get rid of it. Go out and check to make sure your windshield washer fluid's got plenty in there. But being a retired cop, what would you say people forgot to do in a snowstorm that they should have done?
I think usually they forget to go out and buy a shovel. They think they can do it with a piece of cardboard or something. What I forgot to do as a retired police officer was clean up after my dog's toys. And last year, one of his rubber balls got eaten by the snowblower, and guess what happened? No more snowblower. What's the auger? The middle piece got all jammed up, and I just fixed it the other day. I think it ended up costing me $250 in parts because I actually broke on one of the motors that
You didn't walk
controls
around the
chute.
yard. You didn't walk around the yard first.
No, I didn't do that. And you're right. You got to police prep, right? Like painting,
Just
the
walk
prep
around
work
and
is the most important
Pick
part.
up the stuff that's sitting around. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
agree.
You know, what I love about this show anyways is, if you go back about, I don't know, a year ago, we were really pro-Trump on this show. I know I was, and I'm not going to speak for everybody. But then all of a sudden, because we have an election, don't talk about Trump.
We can talk about Trump. I think
No.
he's done some great stuff and some crazy stuff.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
bombing boats in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
If they're drug dealers, good stuff. But if they're not, bad stuff. Very bad stuff. I mean,
You know what?
and then to go back and say, "Oh, we got 2 alive. Let's knock them out." No witnesses. That's
The thing I'm looking for probably most of all is near the end, like when we put our taxes in. That's when the big beautiful bill's supposed to benefit me somehow, some way. I'm not sure.
Well,
yet.
I am looking forward to see if people actually. I think it doesn't go into effect of this tax 2024. It goes into effect to 2025, so you won't actually see any tax benefit till you get your return in 2026, the following year, or 2027, right? 27. We're in 25. So yeah, no, I would love to see that. No taxes on overtime, no taxes on Social Security, right? Was one of the things.
Yeah, and none on tips.
No tips. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, keep our fingers crossed. The tips is very important. I think, that's some of the low-paying jobs. You like them to get a little
Can you
kickback.
Can
know
you
what I mean?
imagine if there's no taxes on overtime? When my friends in the prisons are making $250,000, a lot of money.
Oh no, it's crazy money. It
Yeah.
is crazy. How about What do you think that gets you? Lots of votes. Well, how do you think that he won that election? Trust me. Think of the people that work the most overtime. John will tell you, the government employees are working overtime. So,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
which ones?
all of them.
Yeah,
All of
okay.
them. I mean,
I know prison guards, that's,
look
it's,
at what.
not everybody
what-
wants to be there.
What was the big motion the other day at City Hall? Was 1.5 million, or was it $1 million for the fire department? Right, overtime budget, exhausted, right? And what we have another, we got 6 more months till the fiscal year's over. It ends in June 31st or 30th. How many days in June? 30, right? June 30. So that's more than 6 months, right?
Yeah, you know, I was,
And you're out of overtime. What kind of budgeting are you doing as a city manager? $1 million in a deficit? I just curious. $1 million overtime.
yeah.
And guess what? Now they're going to have overtime with no tax money coming back. Where's that? Where
Well,
are
you
they
see,
get that
you
extra
see them
money?
all, the fire chief just came and got his overtime money.
Yeah.
Get it before it's gone.
Oh, yeah.
This managers put it out there. That's well orchestrated shenanigans happening at the city
Oh,
hall.
no. I know the budget at the local
And
police
they're doing
department.
it before the new council comes in. All the people on their way out, that's sad. But that's the low for you. Okay, I'm gonna do the announcements, kids. So, if you, whatever you say goes over the your microphone's still hot, so shut your microphone off if you don't want people to hear. Okay, Sam Meese is having a state senate candidate meet and greet at the Dream Diner out in Tingsboro from 4 to 6 p.m., and that's going to be on Thursday. That's this week, this Thursday, December 4th, at the Dream Diner. Go out there and shake Sam's hand and meet him, good guy.
Some of these nice designs.
Moving right along here, we got Stevie Panagiatakis. They don't come better, and he's having his 29th annual party to benefit the kids in our community. Friday, December 5th, at the Blue Shamrock. Bring down a check or bring down an unwrapped toy, and they'll give it a good home for Christmas. St. Michael's Church. They're going to have a holiday fair. It's huge. A lot of great stuff they're going to have there. So consider taking a ride over there. The holiday fair is this Saturday, December 6th, 10 to 3 p.m. Free admission. St. Michael's Church Hall, 12 6th Street in lovely Lowell, Massachusetts. They're going to have 47 tables of stuff. So that'll be a great time. If you have a question about this issue, want more information, you call the gal down here. Her name is Pauline. Her phone number's down here. Give her a call, and she'll be happy to enlighten you. This is another good Christmas fair happening this week, December 6th, which is Saturday. And this is a great Christmas fair, St. William's Church. St. William's Christmas Fair Corner, and at www.stwilliamsfair.com has all the information on this. But this is a great take on Saturday. You got a budget like 90 minutes to walk through this whole thing. There's food, there's prizes. It's a great time. So consider heading out to St. William's Church in Tewksbury. The school next door houses this whole thing. And it's a great time to be had by all. And that's this Saturday from 9 until 3 p.m. So hope to see you out there. And the holiday prelude out in charming Chelmsford is going to be December 7th. That's Sunday at the Chelmsford Town Center. They'll have the tree lighting. They'll have hot chocolate there. Good time to be had by you. Everything's free. There might be some food for sale, but they'll have tractor rides, all kinds of good. I hope they have good weather that day. So that's coming up this Sunday in Chelmsford. Rodney Elliott's having a party. And he's Thursday, December 11th. That's next week, 5:30 to 7 p.m. at the Worthen House Cafe, downtown Lowell, right over by City Hall, 141 Worthen Street. All donations are greatly appreciated. So hope to see you down at Rodney's party on December 11th. That's my last announcement. Back over to you, Bobby. Thank you for your patience.
Welcome back to the City Life Show. Anyways, what are you thinking about what's going on in the country? Let's put it that way. We'll do a few minutes about that.
Well, today we got a snowstorm. They predict they're going to get at least 8 inches in the cities in the middle of the state.
We're going to get zero
Not us so much, but
0
like
to
Worcester.
2 inches here.
Yeah, but Worcester, but you still, I mean, I would think that the most important thing that you can do as an operator is check your tires. Make sure there's tread on your tires. Ball tires during the snow don't really work very effective. And the most important thing you can do as a operator of a vehicle is make sure the vehicle's in good condition for the conditions of the road, which means good treads for rain and snow, which is what we're going to get in this area.
It's funny, by the time I get home, my vehicle will be turning to 200,000 miles. It's beautiful watching it change.
200,000.
200,000, yeah. Toyota. You know what Toyota
Oh,
is.
no,
Come on.
Toyotas. We got a Honda, the same thing.
Honda's
they run
another good
forever.
one, yeah, but Japanese. I don't know, that's the way I feel. Toyota,
Why is that?
I don't know, Toyota's been really, really...
The reason is it's engineered perfectly plus abuse. German engineering is just perfect. It's just for the ride you want with no abuse. Japanese engineering is perfect engineering with abuse.
Yeah, and the parts, they're so small. Even when you own, like, I owned a few motorcycles, Kawasaki's, and you go buy, let's say, a kickstand for your bike compared to a Harley kickstand. They're like, night and day as far as prices go.
Both made
too.
the same place.
Yeah,
I would say quality assurance is a big thing for them on making sure that when they build these engines, all the parts meet the specs. And if you notice, they don't design something new every year.
You got a bike, Cisco?
Huh?
You got a bike?
I don't have a bike. I will never own a bike. I was in accident reconstructionist. I've seen too many people leave limbs
So have
out
I,
there.
but I got a beautiful fat boy sitting in the garage, never
Yes.
going to ride it again. But it was a lot of fun, too much fun.
yeah, but you don't know what that's like, having that and one of your grandchildren maybe someday want it. It's a beautiful gift to give to somebody. Because I owned a couple of Rice Rockets. I always owned like a Ninja 1000. I liked bikes that could get close to 200 miles an hour, even though I wouldn't do that. I did 130, 140. I've done that a few times. But you're right, very dangerous.
Yeah.
I always had a helmet on, but if you're doing 140, helmet doesn't mean much,
As long as you slide
It just
and
means
don't
you'll be
hit anything.
viewable.
Yeah. The best spot was
It means open casket if you have a helmet on.
The best spot was 495 when you go through Merrimack. There's like a straight road so you could get your top end. You'd go by a cruiser doing 140, let's say. He didn't even start his engine. He knows I'm already at route, 95 before he even gets out of the grass. Used to be quite a world I lived in.
That's a long time ago because 495 today
Oh, yeah,
is
no.
traffic.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing like
Oh,
it
no
was
doubt,
when
no
I was
doubt
in high
about
school. You could shoot up to the beach and be there in 20 minutes. Traffic is horrendous everywhere.
Well, I watched one biker riding his race rocket, driving like a bat out of hell, being chased by the cops, and all he did was, in Haverhill, went across the grass, went in the other direction and took the exit, and they never saw the kid again. Kid just went home.
I think my favorite year was like 1969, 70. Those 2 years. I loved those 2 years.
1969?
Yeah, that in my lifetime. 15, 16 years old.
Were you born yet, Cisco?
I was just born that year. Yeah. 1969 was also
Did you see
the
Cisco in
year
a baby carriage that year?
at the hospital, St. Joseph Hospital.
Yeah, that's where most of us were born.
Yeah, back in the day.
And I lived at 220 Shaughnessy. I don't know where you lived.
We were on Watson Street. at that time, playing on dominoes and dice in the back of the three-decker. Everybody would gather around, a couple cold beers, and the dominoes would come out and the dice.
Yeah, Lowell had some good times in it, especially when the Commodore Ballroom turned into Mr. C's, but most of us did that place on the weekend,
Tell
But
me
I go-
about
I
the
go-
Commodore. That must have been a lot of fun back then. I heard a lot.
Yeah.
I think my parents went there once or twice, but I mean, the stories I heard growing up was like, oh, I want to be in someday.
Yeah, it was a lot of people that snuck in there underage that would be drinking in the South Common, Tango or Bally High or things like that, wine, all kinds of drinking going on. Then you would luckily get by the door and dance all night. My favorite place was Keith Academy dances right down the street.
Those were the clean girls.
Those were the good times. Those were the real good times. But even Keith over here had great carnivals at the time. South Common had some great carnivals.
Well, the Commodore had a little bit of a difficulty actually getting in the facility. They had an age, I think you had to be 18 to let you in.
Yeah.
And Keith dances were just more popular.
But a very popular thing when I was about 16 was what they called an ABC card. You get one for $5, which in '69, that's a pretty good chunk of change. But it was a card that would say I'm legal to drink, 21 years old. 15, but I'm 21
Yeah,
as far as the ID
Commodore.
goes.
That was Jack and Jill's for us growing up. That's where we got to sneak a beer or two.
I couldn't get into one place used to aggravate me too, Peppermint Lounge. I used to get into the Cinnamon Lounge.
Where was the Peppermint Lounge, Bob?
That was right on Wood Street where Market Basket is, that parking lot there. Past the
Yeah?
old Hi-Hat on the right on Wood Street. Yeah. But, and then the other one I could get into, Cinnamon Lounge on the Boulevard. And I think that's because of Ned Tarmey. That's why I got in there. But,
The
well,
cinnamon.
think about that. You know more than I do about it. How many bar rooms have been closed and turned into basically churches and nonprofit places? That's what I see.
I mean, we
Remember how
lose
many
a
we had?
a business a month. It looks like every time you turn the page in the Lowell Sun, there's another business closing down.
Which one survives? Well, my buddy over here, the Catcher's Mitt, and the Blue Shamrock.
Yeah. I see where you're going with that.
No, it's just, my father owned a bar. It's a tough business.
No, insurance is
boy.
crazy right now.
To keep those open, it's not easy to do.
I was 16. I used to work at Chevy's as a DJ back in the day. That was a fun spot.
I had a lot of jobs. My favorite was Courier Citizen. That's when I started to say, ooh, I can make some money. It was just a good job back then, But I think about all the jobs I had. My favorite, it has to be the driving a Lowell Sun truck. Place I got fired from. Yeah, industrial sabotage.
I can only
We did
imagine.
crazy things with those trucks. And then Strand Theater, I was an usher. Remember the uniform? Purple with gold things on you and everything?
Yeah.
Hey, can't be up in the balcony. No smoking. Quit making out. That type of stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah. I think some
How
good-
much were the tickets back then?
Hey, tomorrow, City Life, we're going to have, I don't know if Linda Bound's going to be here, but Hillary Winterstrom's going to be here, Marty Lowry's going to be here tomorrow, and hopefully we'll see Linda. So that's tomorrow, City Life. Time is short, boys.
Okay. So you own a condo over there in Puerto Rico?
Yes, I do.
Cool.
That's a good spot for you.
No, how
Vacation.
about, well, I've been watching condos and real estate prices. I've been watching that stuff. Seems like Florida might be having a little issue with condos. They're not going as well as they were.
They
But-
will. Good
Huh?
investment property, man. Good investment, because I'll tell you, they're going to be flocking. There's a wave of old people who want to leave Florida. There's a wave of younger people want to move down in Florida.
I actually think South Carolina attracts more people, only because it's hot, but not as hot as it is when you're down in, let's say, Fort Lauderdale. You know, the middle of the summer, it's a hot place to be. But it's beautiful in March. Oh, it's beautiful. I love Florida. When I get the opportunities, it's a great place to visit.
Well, when you get older and
But-
older, the less things you have to worry about, the better off you're going to be. So you got to pick a place where you want to live where it's hot, you want to live where it's cold.
I like the idea that I can go to Puerto Rico without a passport.
Yeah, let's go.
I like that idea. Yeah.
We'll get you on a plane. It's a 4-hour ride. It's not even 4 hours in the sky.
Why
it's
no
3.5 hours of flying.
Why no passport?
And it's a state. It's part of the United States. It's not a
But
state. It's a
but
commonwealth.
why don't you have a passport?
Oh, I just never got it.
It's easy.
My wife has one. Yeah. I
never
always
wanted to
felt
travel
you want to know
international?
why? I always felt I was too white to travel.
Too white to
Yeah,
travel.
too white. Yeah, that's
What
how I
is
felt.
that?
Meaning, I'm too white to be
you-
traveling the world. It's a dangerous place.
Yeah, you're gonna
Bobby, I've
die
been
from
in
the sun?
passport lines all around the world.
Yeah.
Most places you go to, they see that American passport, they go, come on in, buddy.
Yeah,
Hey, we all.
money.
Listen, I love Canada.
Canada's great.
I do love Canada. I never wanted to really
You're not
leave.
white enough to go to Canada.
You know,
all
I
right?
only said that to get you going.
You're not white enough to be. I know the people in Canada. They're really white. You're not white enough to go to Canada. They're like this white, you know?
Hey, guys, wave bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for
Thank you,
watching.
thank you.
See that? That was the best part of the show. All their friends are garbage. My favorite company in all right here, 5-star. Oh yeah, class acts.
That 5-star.
I know. I want to
5-star, you ain't kidding.